What's going on, guys? Tyler today here at JTech. Gonna do some valve lash adjustments. Some of the things we want to make sure we do is we get the engine at top dead center. Specifically, we want our first piston to be on its compression stroke. So, a couple of tools that we're gonna use. We're gonna use a pry bar. I'm gonna use the hex key. I'm going to use the feeler gauges. Now there's one extremely expensive tool we're going to be using. It's this bolt. You just use an extra bolt, but it's going to help us make sure we're at top dead center. We're going to pin the flywheel with it. So yeah, let's get right onto it. Alright guys, so the first thing we need to do is, like I said, we need to get the engine at top dead center on our compression stroke on piston 1. If you want to come over here, look at the flywheel with us. We got these holes, and what these holes do is it allows us to pretty much set where we're at. We're top dead center. This is going to get us at top dead center on the first piston on its compression stroke. So if my help could turn it for me. Actually, if you want to come over here real quick, you can see this is the pinhole that we're going to use to pin the flywheel. We're just going to stick this bolt in. We want it to come out through this hole. So if you wouldn't mind turning that a little bit more. There we go. So now we know that we're top dead center. We got our piston number 1 on its compression stroke. So now we can start making our adjustments. So for the C7 Caterpillar, we've got a couple measurements. For our intake valves, we're going to be doing, or at least on the compression stroke, on our intake valves, we're going to be doing 15 thousandths of an inch with the valve lash. That's what we're going to be adjusting it to. With our compression stroke, the intake valves that we're going to be doing, they're going to be 1, 2, and 4. And so let me go ahead and show you what we're going to do. So what we're going to do with our 15 thousandths of an inch feeler gauge, we're going to stick it under the rocker arm on top of the bridge. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to adjust the gap between the bridge and the rocker arm. One of the ways we do that is by tightening this little screw right here with this hex key. And the key that you want to, the main thing you want to get is you want to try to get a light drag on the feeler gauge itself. So go ahead, we'll set it down and tighten it a little bit. Get a little drag on it. Then after that, we want to make sure we keep this screw where it's at, because that'll adjust our lash. After that, we're going to take our wrench and tighten down this lock nut. Then we're going to check our gap again, make sure we still got our little drag there. So yeah, that's perfect. Like I said, we will continue that with the intake valves 1, 2, and 4, and then we'll go on to our exhaust stroke, or our exhaust valves, I should say. And then after that, we'll rotate the engine 360 degrees, and then do our exhaust valves. So we'll go ahead and get started on that next. All right, so the next measurement we're going to do is our exhaust valve measurement. Once again, the engine is still at top dead center with our first piston on its compression stroke. And what we're going to do is we're going to adjust the valve lash on our exhaust valve. So, like before, we're going to stick our feeler gauge at 25 thousandths of an inch under the rocker arm onto valve cap. And then we're going to tighten this screw until we get some drag on there. About there feels nice. So once again, we want to make sure this doesn't move. And tighten her down. double check make sure we still got the same. Yep. So that's our exhaust valve measurement. We will continue that with 1, 3, and 5. Yep, and then after this setup, then we're going to have to rotate the engine, like I said earlier, 360 degrees, and then do the exhaust stroke adjustments. And I'll show those to you here in a second. You good? You on rolling? Sweet, we're rolling. Huh?
Off 246.
What?
No, it's off 246. It's 356 for intake.
Alright. What's going on, guys? So, like I said, we gotta bar the engine over 360 degrees so we can get on our exhaust stroke with our first piston. Alright, so we gotta bar the engine over 360 degrees so that our first piston is in its exhaust stroke, top dead center. So yeah, so the first measurement we're gonna take is on our exhaust valve. Like I said, 2,500 or 25,000 of an inch is the measurement still. So we're going to set it under. This is a little tight. And take our set screw just like before and get it to where it is just got a little bit of drag on it. And then after we get it to that spot, we want to tighten down this top nut. Tighten that down, we want to check, make sure we still got our drag there, which we do. And that is for our exhaust stroke. So then the next measurement we will end up having to take is our intake valve measurement and adjustment. So we'll want to go to 15 thousandths of an inch like before. Alright, so after we've got our 15 thousandths of an inch on our feeler gauge, we'll move to our intake valve on cylinder 3. Test that. Tighten up our lock nut. Alright. Check our gauge. Still got a slight drag. So like I said, so far on our exhaust stroke, the adjustments that we're going to be making are on 2, 4, and 6. With our intake valves, we're going to be going 3, 5, and 6. Then that's it for the exhaust stroke.